We were doing question number 4 and we have completed all transactions taken from the book and converted them to journal entries, and these many journal entries we have completed from 1st to 31st B. All entries were completed. And guys, here was your question. It was question number 4 related to month of April. We had started from first date to 31 and we had completed all the journal entries. There are your journal entries, and next step was to be posted these journal entries into ledgers, 3 combined ledgers. We have named them cash book, and in cash book there are 3 ledgers: discount, cash and bank, and we have 2 sides, debit side and credit side. On credit side you can also see discount, cash and bank. 3 columns on left side, 3 columns on right side. That means 3 columns on debit side and 3 columns on credit side. So the name of this cash book is to be called like 3 column cash book because we are using 3 ledgers at the same time. Here the rule is very simple. What you will do, if you will see cash or discount or bank on debit side, you will go to the debit side of the cash book and will post the amount in a relevant column. If it is cash, post in cash. If it is bank, post in bank. And if cash, discount or bank are present on credit side, like in this entry, you will go to the credit side and will choose bank column. If it is bank, choose bank. If it is cash, choose cash. Why we are making this cash book and why these so many entries are needed to be transferred into cash book? Basically this cash book is used to convert this raw data which we have seen in these transactions into usable information. And what is that usable information? With the help of cash book you can calculate cash in hand and amount present in your bank account. That means bank balance. So without any help from bank or without any help from any outside party, you can calculate your cash in hand and you can calculate your bank balance present in your bank account if you can learn how to make cash book. So it's so useful, so practical. Now let's start posting these transactions. We will post very first entry, which is 1A. There are 2 elements. Only one element is associated with cash book, as we have described that cash, discount and bank. Only 3 columns will be packed and posted into cash book. So what we will do, if it is not cash, if it is not bank, if it is not discount, you are going to leave it. You are going to skip it. You are not related with it. So if it is balance, leave it. If it is sale, leave it. If it is Habib, leave it. If it is Abdurrahim, leave it. You are associated with only cash, discount and bank. So here in first entry there were 2 elements, but only one element is related to cash book, and that is cash. Cash is debited by 200. Go to the debit side of the cash book and write down 200. We are following that simple rule. If cash is debit, we will choose debit side of cash book. If cash is credit, we will choose credit side of the cash book. Now next step is to seek the reference. First entry, you have posted cash, and whatever would be written to the opposite side of cash, you will use it as your reference. Opposite side, to balance is written, so in particulars you will write to balance as your reference. And now see the date, which is 1A, so put 1A in date column. This way entry number 1A was having only one element to be posted, and we have posted. Entry 1A is completed. Mark it as it has been done. Why we are marking it? Actually, when you have these many entries, so many entries are present, there is chance of doubling. There is chance to post one entry more than one time. It may be called doubling of an entry. If you will mark it, then chances of posting an entry twice will be almost minimized. There will not be any chance to post one entry twice if you will mark it. And secondly, there is a fear of skipping the entry. When there are these many entries, there is a chance to that you can skip one entry. When you will mark, it means that entry, we are satisfied that entry has been posted into the ledger. It means it has not been skipped. So if you will mark, then 2 fears were: fear of skipping and fear of doubling the entry will be minimized. So I will suggest you, whenever you are doing cash book in your exams, just whenever you will complete your posting, write down anything. You can mark it, you can put a click over it, whatever the sign you want to put, you can put if an entry has been posted in the cash book. 1A is completed. Now 1B, there are two elements in 1B, but only one element we are associated with is bank. Bank is credit over here, 400. So you will go to the credit side and there in bank column you will write 400. Now see its reference. What is written on opposite side of bank? It is balance. So how I am reading this entry, I'm just focusing upon this marked entry. Whatever is marked, we will be working on next entry. So here your focus is easy. Whenever we are coming back to the journal entry, you just see where is green signal. And next entry we will be posting in our cash book. So this entry is going to be posted. We have posted bank amount 400 on credit side. What is written on opposite side? That is balance. So you will write balance in particular column, but with an additional word of by. This is coefficient of particular. Whatever you will write over here, over here, over here, in whole particular column, whatever you are writing as a reference, you will write the word by at start. Okay, by balance is completed. Now it's time to see the date. What is date? 1B. So you are going to write 1B in date column. In this way, entry number 1B, there was only one element to be posted. We have posted, it means 1B is completed. Mark it as it has been done. And now let's see what 2A is saying. There are two elements, but only one element, as I have described: discount, cash and bank. These are three elements which would be picked. Nothing else is needed to be picked, nothing else is needed to be posted. Cash is debit by 500. Go to the debit side of cash and write down 500. Now see its reference, and reference is what is written on opposite side of cash, that is 2 sales. So you just going to write 2 sales over here. See the date, which is 2A. Put 2A over here. Entry number 2A was having only one element which has been posted. It means entry 2A is completed. Mark it as it has been done. Next entry is 2B, where there are two elements and both elements are associated with the cash book. So we will post them step by step. First step is to see bank. Bank is debited 200. Go to the debit side of the bank and write down 200. Now see its reference. What is written on opposite side of bank? 2 cash. So you are going to write 2 cash in particular column. Now see the date, which is 2B. So write down 2B in date column. In 2B, there were two elements. Bank has been posted. Now we will be posting cash, which is credit by 200. Go to the credit side of cash and put 200 in cash column. Now see its reference. What is written on opposite side of cash? That is bank. So just write down by bank in particular column. See the date, which is 2B. So you are supposed to write 2B over here. This way, entry number 2B was having two elements. Bank we have debited by 200 and cash is credited by 200. Both entries, both elements have been posted. It means 2B is completed. Mark it as it has been done. Now we are on entry number 3. There are two elements, but only one element is related to cash book, which is bank. Bank is credited over here 150. Go to the credit side of the bank and write down 150. And now see its reference. What is written on opposite side of bank? Habib. So write down by Habib over here. See its date, which is 3. So put date 3 in date column. In entry number 3, there was only one element to be posted, that was bank. We have posted it. Entry 3 completed. Mark it as it has been done. Now entry number 5, there are two elements, but only one element we are associated with is bank. Bank is debited 850. Go to the debit side of the bank and write down 850. And now see its date, which is 5. Put 5 in the date column. See the reference, what is written on opposite side of bank? A Rahim or Abdur Rahim. Write down Abdur Rahim in particulars column. Date has already been mentioned. In fifth entry there was only one element, 850. We have already posted, means entry completed. Mark it as it has been done. Next entry is 6A, where there are two elements, but only one element is related to cash book, which is cash, credited 250. So we'll go to the credit side of cash and we'll write 250 over here. Now see its reference, and that is salaries. So put salaries over here with the word by, and now see the date, which is 6A. 6A you are going to write in date column. 6A was having only one entry, that was cash, and cash is credited over here by 250. Okay, and one element has been posted. 6A is completed, so mark it as it has been done. We are on now 6B, where there are two elements, but only one element is related to cash book, that is cash 140 credit. So you will go to the credit side of the cash and we write 140 over here. Now see its reference, what is written on opposite side of cash? That is purchase. So write down buy purchase in particulars column and see its date, which is 6B. So write down 6B in date column. In 6B entry there was only one element we have posted, that means entry has been completed. Mark it as it has been done. Now entry number 8, where there are two elements, and you can see that both elements are related with cash books, so we will post them step by step. First step is to see cash, which is debited by 160. Go to the debit side of cash and write down 160 over here. Alright, now see its reference, what is written opposite side of cash? That is to bank. So you will be writing to bank over here. See its date, which is 8. Put 8 in date column. In this way, half of the entry is completed. We were supposed to write cash on debit side, we have written. Now bank is credited by 160. Go to the credit side of the bank and write down 160 over here. See its reference, what is written on opposite side of bank? That is cash. Write down cash over here, and now see its date, which is 8. Put 8 over here. 8th entry, we have debited cash and credited bank. Both entries have been posted. It means entry number 8 is completed. Mark it as it has been done. Now entry number 11A, where there are two elements, but only one element is associated with cash book, that is cash. Cash is debited by 21. Go to the debit side of the cash and write down 21 over here. Now see its reference, what is written on opposite side of cash? That is to sales. Put to sales in particular column, and now see the date, which is 11A. Put 11A in date column. 11A was having only one element, that has been posted. It means 11A is completed. Mark it as it has been done. Now 11B, where there are two elements, but only one element is needed to be posted, that is cash. Cash credited 120. Go to the credit side of cash and write down 120 over here. 120. Okay, now see its reference, cash is credited, and what is written on opposite side? Wages. So you are going to write wages here with an additional word of by. Now see its date, which is 11B. Put 11B in date column. In 11B only one element was needed to be posted, and we have posted. It means 11B is completed. Mark it as it has been done. Next entry is entry number 13. In 13 we have three elements. but two elements are related with the cash book, which is bank and discount. So we will post them step by step. First step is to see bank, which is debited 360. Go to the debit side of the bank and write down 360 over bank column. In the bank column, now see what is the reference for bank and discount. Reference is same, that is aftab. So you are supposed to write here to aftab, and now see its date, which is 13. Put 13 over here as it was described in 13th entry for bank and discount. Reference is same. Bank we have already posted, discount is needed to be posted on debit side. So you will go to the debit side of the discount. There are two possibilities. You can write discount over here, and you will have to write 2 aftab again and 13 again. Instead of this, you can post discount amount in the same line. Discount is 10, and you will be writing 10 in front of discount. Why? Because reference of 360 and reference of 10 is same, which is aftab. Date of both element is same, which is 13. So you can use the same line. 13th entry is completed. And now let's see, but mark it as it has been done. Let's see what is next for us. That is 16th entry. 1 second, I'll have to check that both entries have been posted, 360 and 10. Okay, 360 and 10 both have been posted. Entry number 13 completed. In entry number 16, there are 3 elements, but we are associated with 2 elements only, bank and discount. Both will be posted in cash book, so we will post them step by step. First step is to see bank, which is credited by 175. Go to the credit side of the bank and write down 175 over here in bank column. Now see what is its reference. That is John. Now here the matter is being repeated for bank and discount. Reference is same, John. So first we have posted bank credit side, and here you will be writing John over here. And now see what is its date, which is 16. Put date over here in date column. In 16th entry there were 2 elements. Bank has been already posted. Now it's time to post discount. Is credited by 5. So you may write discount over here 5, but for that you will have to repeat by John and 16. So you can use the same line of discount. How much its amount? That is 5 rupees. Write down 5 in discount column. In the same row where you have already written bank's amount 175, same row you are using, because discount and bank's reference is same, by John date is same, 16. So you have used the same line. Bank and discount was needed to be posted, and both have been posted. 16th entry completed. Mark it as it has been done. Next entry is 19, where there are 3 elements, but only 2 elements are related with cash book, cash and discount. So we will post both of them, but step by step. First step is to see cash, which is debited by 275. Go to the debit side and write down 275 over here in debit column of cash book. And now see its reference. What is written on opposite side of cash? That is to Abdul Rahim. Write down to Abdul Rahim here, and now see its date, which is 19. Put 19 over here. Okay, in 19th entry there were 2 elements. Cash has been posted. Now it's time to post discount, which is debited by 6. Go to the debit side of discount and write down 6. It was possible to write down 6 over here in the next line as well, but for that purpose you were supposed to write 2 Rahim and 19 again. Since reference of 6 and 27 275 is same, which is Abdul Rahim, and date is same, so you have chosen the same row. So both possibilities are good. You may choose next line or you may choose the same line. Cash and discount were supposed to be posted, and we have already posted. Entry 29 is completed. Mark it has been done. Now entry number 21, where there are 2 elements, but only 1 element is related to cash book, and that is cash, which is credited by 160. Go to the credit side of the cash and write down 160 over here. in credit column of cash book. Now see its reference, what is written on opposite side of cash, that is furniture. So write down furniture in particular column, see its date which is 21, put 21 in date column. Now see in 21st entry there was only one element to be posted, that was cash. We have posted, it means 21 is completed, mark it as it has been done. Now 23A, where there are two elements, both elements are related with the cash book, and both elements are supposed to be posted in cash book. So we will post step by step. First step is to see cash which is debited by 250. Go to the debit side of the cash and write down 250 over here. And now see its reference, what is written on opposite side of cash, that is bank. So you will be writing to bank over here. And now see its date 23A. One thing I'm willing to share over here, when you are posting these many entries, obviously someone of you, maybe some students over here, they might feel tiredness, they might feel it that it's so many entries, and they can feel it as a burden. So there are two options. Either you will have to be cool, calm, and concentrated and focused, with which I'm assuring you, you will learn. Otherwise, when you will be feeling burden, or when you will be feeling overworked, yeah, overly hard work, believe me, you will not be able to learn well. Your skill will not be developed. I cannot express my feelings whenever I am doing the long question. I enjoy myself, and sometimes I forget everything, whatever is happening outside, whatever is upside, downside. I will be vanished from all of my surroundings. So I enjoy my work. So I'm requesting you, whenever you are doing your work, just be involved, just be focused, and forget whatever is around you. And I am very hopeful in this way, while you are focusing with your full energy to your work, I'm very hopeful you will be a good learner, and the required skill would surely be developed. So we were on 21st entry, cash was credit 160. Have we posted? Okay, 21st entry has been completed. Now we are at 23A, where there are two elements, and both elements are associated with cash book, because we are associated with cash, bank, and discount. And here we have cash and bank. So we will post them step by step. First step is to see cash which is debited by 250. Go to the debit side and post 250 on debit side. And okay, we have already posted. Actually we have taken a break, and I was willing to share some feelings, with which one entry was going to be doubled. As I was saying you, there was a fear at the start, some entries can be doubled, and hopefully it would not be happening, because we have marked all the entries. Cash was debited by 250, and we have already posted 250, entry number 23A. It means half of entry has been completed, so we should erase it. 250 has been posted, 23A, half of entry has been posted. Now next is bank is credited by 250. Go to the credit side of the bank and write down 250 over here. Okay, see its reference, what is written on opposite side of bank, that is cash. Put buy cash in particular column. Now see its date, which is 23A. So you are going to write 23A in date column. 23A was having two element, cash at bank, cash and bank. So you have debited cash and credited bank. It means both entries, both elements have been posted. 23A is completed, mark it as it has been done. Now 23B, there are two elements, but we are associated with only one element, that is cash, which is credited by 855. So you will go to the credit side of cash and will write 55. Now see its reference. What is written on opposite side of cash? Advertising. So you will be writing advertising over here. Now see its date, which is 23B. So you will be writing 23B in date column. 1 second, it is 23B. Okay, dates are very important, that is why I have taken time to edit it. 23B was having only one element that has been posted, so mark it as it has been done. 24th entry, there are two elements, only one element is related to cash book and to be posted, that is bank is debited 245. Go to the debit side of the bank and write down 245 over here. Now see its reference. What is written on opposite side of bank? Ijaz. So you will be writing 2 Ijaz over particular column. What its date is, that is 24. So put 24 in date column. And now you can see only one element was to be posted. We have posted 24 completed. Mark it as it has been done. Now entry number 29, two elements are present but only one element to be posted, that is bank, which is credited by 245. Go to the credit side of the bank and write down 245 over here. And now see what is the reference of 245. What is written on opposite side of bank? What is written on opposite side of the bank? That is Ijaz. So put Ijaz name over here by an additional word of by is an additional word. Now see its date, which is 29. Let's put the date 29 in date column. Okay, there is a doubt how 245 and 245 are same entries for two different entries, 24, 29. Let's check it out. Here is 24 and 29. We don't have 29. 1 second. Let's check the question if it is 20. So amount of 24 is 245. Okay, it is 25 245 because Ijaz Bashir check returned dishonored. So since check was received and deposited into the bank and same check has been dishonored, that is why amount is same. Let's come back to the point where we were. In 29th entry we were posting, in 29th entry bank credit side, at credit side we were supposed to write for 245. 29th entry complete ho gayi. Okay, so there were two elements. Bank was needed to be posted on credit side and we have posted 245 on bank column of credit side. We have posted the reference, we have posted the date as well. 29 is completed. Mark it as it has been done. Next entry is 31A, where there are two elements but only one element associated with the cash book. Cash is credited by 160. Go to the credit side of cash and write down 160 in cash column. Now see its reference, which is, what is written on opposite side of cash? Salaries. So write down buy salaries in particular column. Now see its date 31A. Put 31A over here in date column. 31A was having only one element to be posted. We have posted, it means 31A is completed. Mark it as it has been done. Now 31B is having two elements and both elements are associated with cash book, so we will post them step by step. First step is to see bank is debited by 100. Go to the debit side of the bank and write down 100 over here in debit bank column. Now see what is reference, what is written on opposite side bank, that is cash. So you are putting 2 cash in particulars column. See what is last date, that is 31B. Put 31B in date column. This way what had happened, out of two elements, one element bank has been posted, second element is cash. Cash is credited by 100. So go to the credit side of the cash and credit 100 rupees. Write down its reference. What is written on opposite side of cash? That is bank. So you will be writing by bank in particular column. And now it's date 31B. After putting 31B, we have posted all the entries present in journal. So mark 31B as it has been completed. You can see that we have started from here 1A, step by step by step. Look at the green signals. All of the journal entries now posted in the cash book. With what happened, posting has been completed. So now the next step is to balance the cash book ledgers. Actual purpose of making the cash book is what? To have the balances. That means why we have worked so hard, why we have created journal, why we have posted all the entries on debit side, why we have posted all the entries on credit side, why these many entries were posted, and whole hard work is equal to one relationship, only one conclusion is very important: to have the balances of cash and bank. How you would calculate balances of cash? Initially, just understand the simple procedure. We have cash debit side. It is showing how much cash you have received. Cash debit means increase in cash. That means increase in assets. So that is why we have posted all the cash which we have received on debit side. Then we have cash credit side showing that how much cash you have paid. So now some of you may have understood how we can calculate cash in hand. This is total cash received. This is total cash paid. If you will subtract total cash paid from total cash received, so we would have how much cash is still present in hand. That is what we are going to do. First step is to see sum of all the amounts present on debit side. I'm taking help from Excel. What you will do, you will write all of these amount on your calculator, and you will get the sum of these amounts. And here Excel have told me that total of this column is 1406. Now go to the credit side of cash and sum up all the amounts present on cash column. Here I have taken help from Excel, and Excel is saying total of credit side is 1185. Now it's time to conclude. This is debit side 14 and this is credit side 1185. You want to know how much cash is still in hand. So what you will do, you will subtract this 1185 credit side from 1406, which is cash received. When you will subtract cash paid from cash received, you will get the amount which is still not paid, which is still in your hand. That was the purpose of making cash book. But there is a very technical way of calculating this balance. You will have to follow few steps. Step number 1 we have completed, which is get sum of debit side and sum of credit side. Then make a comparison which sum is the larger sum. We have 140 over here, we have 11 over here. It means 1406 is the larger sum. So what you will do, you will go to the total of debit side of the cash and will write this larger sum over here. And surprisingly, you will go to the credit side of the cash and will write same larger sum on credit side as well. Here you can object that total of credit side was 11. Why we have written 14? So this is technical step to calculate the balance. Step number 3. Step number 1, calculate the total of both sides. Step number 2, make comparison and see which is larger sum and put larger sum on total of both sides. Third step is to calculate the balance. And how you would calculate the balance? When you will subtract cash paid from cash received. This is your cash received, and now you are going to subtract cash paid. The remaining is the amount which is still in your hand, and that is 221. Write down it as your balance with an additional word of by, because balance is coming over here. So you have chosen the smaller side and you have put the balance amount over here. And when you will calculate again the sum of amounts present on credit side, Beside this balance which we have calculated, you will get the same total which we have already written. Someone who wants to understand it once again, I am repeating this method for the bank as well. First step is what? Get sum of debit side of bank, and you will add all the amounts present on debit side of the bank. You will use calculator as Excel would not be available in your exam. This is total of debit side of the bank. And now go to the credit side of the bank and get sum of all the amounts present on credit side. Here you will get the sum of all the amounts present on credit side of the bank. Step 1 completed. Total of debit side 17, total of credit side 13. Now make comparison which amount is larger sum, that is 17. And stop for few seconds. I'm just telling you this is sum of debit side of the bank showing what, how much amount is deposited into the bank, and this is what, how much amount is withdrawn from the bank. So how would you calculate how much amount is still present in your bank account? What you will do, you will subtract this amount drawn from the bank from the amount which you have deposited into the bank. The difference would be how much amount still present in your bank account. Method is very simple. 1755 is total amount deposited into the bank. 1380 total amount withdrawn. Remaining amount is still present in your bank account. This is our purpose. This was the target of making cash book, but there are technical steps which you will have to follow. First step we have already done. We have calculated the total of both sides. Debit side is 1755, credit side is 130. We had made the comparison and we'll choose the larger sum. This larger sum will be written on total of debit side of the bank and total of credit side of the bank as well. While you can object over here, total of credit side was 13. Why we have written 175? So this is the methodology of balancing. Now how you will calculate how much amount is still present in your bank account? For this, what you will do? This was the total of debit side, which was showing how much amount deposited. You will subtract how much amount withdrawn. Remaining amount would still be present in your bank account. 1 second. This was supposed to be done over here. So this is the amount 1755 total amount deposited. You will subtract 1380 which was total amount withdrawn. So we are subtracting total amount drawn from the total amount deposited into the bank. Remaining amount is still present in your hand, and this is your balance of bank. This was our target, and normally answers of these two columns are given. This is showing how much amount is still present in our hands. This is showing how much amount is still present in your bank account. 221 is answer of cash balance. Let's see what is cash balance. Now you can see over here. It is your cash balance 221. And our balance is also 221. Okay. Second balance is 375. Let's see what bank balance is showing, and that is 375, and our answer is also 375. What does that mean? It means all of the journal entries are correct, their amounts have been posted correctly, and we have created cash book. All entries of discount cash at bank are posted correctly. That is why we have got our answer. One step left which we have forgotten. You are not needed to calculate the discount balance. Just take sum of discount allowed mean debit side. There were only two elements. There was only two entries. So you will get sum of these two entries. Here you have total discount allowed 16 and total discount received is only one entry, so you may write 5 over here, which is total of discount. So you are not needed to balance it, just to take the sum of both sides of discount and write down the total over here. Alright, we have completed our question, and happily it could be ended. Why? Because without any interference, without any I mean correction without any mistake, all journal entries completed, all cash book posting is completed, and we have got the correct answer. It is just only because of your attention. Believe me, if I am not able to see you, but I do understand that you will be watching this video after uploading with the very care. This comes in my mind, and I try to be extremely attentive to my work so that you can have its benefit. Thank you very much for your time. We have solved question number 6 of the author name has been mentioned over there. Question number 6 is completed. Surely we will meet for the solution of any other question in future, surely, inshallah. And up till then, please take care of yourself, and I'm requesting you to pray for me as well. Thank you very much for your time. Please take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.